Good evening, and welcome once more to evening cooking in isolated southwest France. Welcome back to my video vlog. If you've been watching me in the past, I'm very pleased to have you back here again. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, a very warm welcome to you, and welcome to my masterclass in cooking. I will just put this knife down for a moment. I have so much to prepare this evening and such little time that I wanted to get a bit of a head start. However, I have some important news. There has been some comments about my attitude previously toward vegetarians and vegans. For this, I apologise. My opinion is strictly my opinion. It's not personal, and it's not an attack on anybody else. It's rather an attack on every vegetarian and vegan that's out there. What is the point? However, I have listened to your concerns, and this evening, in solidarity and friendship, I'm proposing a vegetarian meal of my own. I'm not expected to enjoy this meal, but once more in solidarity, I will eat it. Just to be with you in your journey of eating vegetables. Now, this very evening, because I have so much to prepare, I've already taken a bit of a head start so as not to bore you with trite little details. This is, in fact, quite an involved recipe, and I'm shortening it, to speed things up. So I've been preparing vegetables in advance, and I aim to make for you a vegetarian soup. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be eating soup this evening. The thought does not please me one bit, but in solidarity, I will be eating soup. I'm not going to eat it so hot that it takes so long to eat. No. I'm going to heat it until I can put my finger in it and it not get burned, so that I can eat it quickly, so as to be done with the whole experience. Let me continue chopping some vegetables. I've already prepared some carrots, some onions, some tomatoes, and some celery, and some peppers. All the colours. There are 3 colours of peppers. Who knew there were 3 colours of peppers? There are red, there are yellow, and there are green. My question: why have 3 colours of peppers when obviously they all taste the same? If you were to do a blind test, you would not, I can assure you, you would not know what colour pepper you were eating. But it does lend colour, and I think colour in vegetable soup is so important. Once again, during the cooking process, I take full advantage of being able to have a little aperitif. It is, after all, evening cookery, and I am doing this live, so therefore anything after 5 o'clock is a good excuse to have a jolly good drink. But as I have previously mentioned, that's also good at 7 o'clock in the morning if you're up and about and you've been doing some things and maybe you feel the need to sit down for 5 or 10 minutes and just take stock of the day. Cheers, everyone. I have a big saucepan ready to put all of my vegetables in. Here is the big saucepan. Now, this saucepan, you should take great care because it's very heavy. It's Le Creuset, only the best in this house. So what you do is, all the vegetables that have been previously chopped, you put into the pan with some oil, with some bay leaves, and with perhaps a bouquet garni, if you have a spare one sitting around. I'm often finding bouquet garnis in my pantry. I don't know how they got there, I don't know how long they've been there, and I don't recall ever having bought one, but they seem to appear, and so they do get used rather often. So this vegetables with water, then just gets put gently onto the stove and you boil it to within an inch of its life. And once it's boiled to within an inch of its life, it's then ready to get blitzed or pureed or however you want it. Unless you want a chunky vegetable soup, which just makes the whole thing sound rather revolting. And it might look like something rather revolting once it's ready. I prefer to try and disguise the fact that it's a vegetarian option by pureeing everything up, so that I'm not aware that I'm actually having so much vegetables. So there it is over there cooking. And while it cooks, I'd just like to take a chance to say thank you once again for joining me this evening. Life in lockdown in the southwest of France is an absolute breeze when you live alone, when you have no one to speak to, when you don't see anybody, when all you have is yourself for company. Thank goodness I'm a fan of me. So when the soup is ready, you then pour it into a bowl and eat it. Yes, I can't wait. What I did do during my downtime this afternoon was I did some scribbling and a little bit of drawing just to try and sort of make a soup look attractive, and wondered what it would be like if I was to perhaps market this soup in artisanal shops, mainstream supermarkets, anything really where perhaps you could make a few quid selling homemade food. Well, sadly, someone already came up with the idea. And here it is. 10 vegetable soup. 10 vegetable soup. There are 10 vegetables in this carton of soup. It doesn't tell you which ones they are, so you don't know what you're going to be eating. Thank goodness for me. Thank goodness I shan't be opening this, and I shan't be using it as my evening meal. Good Lord, no. Thank goodness I've made my own, and thank goodness this can just go and sit back in the pantry. Bon appétit, mon ami. À la prochaine.